excellent lap. We're very pleased with that.
So qualifying is complete and we're all set for an exciting race tomorrow. Your top three are an MP Motorsport, Drugovic and Guan Yu Zhou. Goodbye for now then, but we really are just getting started. Make sure you join us again for Lights Out tomorrow. Greetings and welcome to Jeddah for what promises to be a thrilling Formula 2 race. So let's examine the Jeddah Street circuit. As you can see, this has the potential to be a very challenging track for our young F2 drivers. We'll get a good chance to see which of them have been able to best capitalise on their time spent here in practice earlier this weekend. And like the other street circuits on the calendar, the lack of runoff is going to make sections of this track very punishing if the drivers get it wrong. Let's hope we avoid having to bring out the safety car this time around. So before the off, let's remind ourselves of yesterday's results with a look at the starting grid. It's MP Motorsport in pole position then, with Felipe Drugovic alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid we have Zhou, Aitken, Marcus Armstrong and Piastri, Lundgaard, Schwartzman, Samaya, Liam Lawson, Vips, Fittipaldi, Daniel Ticktum and Viscal, Sato, Deruvala, Pourchaire and David Beckman, Zendelli, Boschong, Nissani and Alessio Deleda rounds off the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track. As we await.
Okay, now that we've got some good points on the board, let's continue this form and aim for another top 10 finish. Okay, this is your final lap of the race. Absolutely awesome. Just amazing, mate. Well done.
Well, that may not have been the finest race in history, but there's no question that was a critical win. Davide, what do you think made the difference here?
The difference was in the strategy. Credit to the driver for sure, but races like this really drive home how much of a team sport this is. They did a lot of work on the pit wall to really make the most of each stint and to make the best use of the tires. But that said, all of that would have been for nothing without a talented hand on the wheel.
Our drivers are making their way out for the podium celebrations, and it's going to be MP Motorsport picking up the winner's trophy. Congratulations to the entire team for that fantastic performance. And now, let's take a look at the drivers' standings. The gap at the top of the championship has been cut down after a difficult race for our championship leader. And so, driver of the day then, Davide Valsecchi, who do you think you'd go for?
Today, I'm going to give it to the MP Motorsport driver. They demonstrated a very delicate touch in the wheel-to-wheel situation. They showed maturity and patience.
And here's how things are shaping up in the team's championship.
Virtuosive extended their lead at the top of the standings.
Meanwhile, Prema have improved their position. A strong weekend for them as they fight their way to the top. After all this drama, you'd be mad not to join us for the next race. We hope to see you then. Take care.